Keyshawn. Hi, what's up? You here?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear. Good night. How you going?
I'm good. I'm good. What's up? How's your week?
Awesome. Hectic, productive. How about you?
It was good. It was good. Preparing for this event we have coming up this weekend here.
Today.
Yeah, Saturday.
Mhm.
On um, a little concept with bringing business people, entrepreneurs, and things together.
Yeah.
Um, is something that has been in my heart. Want to share some things. Also, I want to introduce some things at the end of the session on Saturday.
Right.
We have a lot of people sign up for it. All right, yeah. A lot of people sign up for it and saying, how was your week?
Productive, hectic. How about yours?
Well, just preparing for this event we have coming up.
Right.
Um, I'm doing a lot of stuff on the back end basically, and I think that is what kind of hectic.
Mhm.
Um, the move is going to be different because as you see right now, we basically take a lot of things global,
Yeah.
not just dealing with just local people. So
Correct.
there's a lot of international things we're doing with now, and there's a lot of things we want to introduce to people on Saturday. But our whole concept, Keyshawn, with people in terms of who have businesses, whether you're an entrepreneur, when you're starting a business, but it's not making money, it's not flowing, you're not getting enough flow.
Yeah.
What to do, how to shift it, the proper structure to put in place. So things like that we're going to be dealing with. There's a concept that I'm going to introduce. It's called the gated concept. It's a gated concept. It's a structure we put together. All right, and we just introduced it on Saturday, so it'll be good for the first time. It's something that's really, really powerful. All right.
Awesome.
Good evening, everyone. Those of you who are on. All right. Welcome to the Minding My Business Personal Development with Keyshawn and Ian, where we are on every Tuesday. We want to continue with our dealing with poverty mindset and the prosperity mindset.
Yeah.
All right. I see we have those of you on. Just text us. Let us know what part of Trinidad you're from. I see Andrew is on, Brian is on. All right. Good to have you guys on. Probably text someone, tag someone, and let them know that we are on
Mhm.
and dealing with some stuff this morning. All right. In this session. All right. So what I wanted, I'm going to be sharing some stuff, Kishore. I know we kind of like just lay a platform on the first session that we were on last week,
Yeah.
but and we were talking about the whole poverty in your head, all right, before it just gets in your pocket, and that whole mindset
Correct.
and the whole concept with this basically is just getting one to know that the journey to prosperity, the journey to wealth, it's not something that is instantaneous.
Correct.
It's a process, and one of the biggest hindrance to these things, it's your mindset.
Mhm.
Okay, so the shifting and developing of your mind is really, really critical. So it's not so much how much money you have, but it's how is the capacity of your mindset in going forward. Do you have the knowledge? Do you have what it takes? And this is why most people, companies, you work mostly on your mind. And with the network marketing, the product is just about 5%, 2%, but the rest of it is really dealing with the individual mind. All
Yeah.
right. I know we did something last week. What's your feedback? What's your take on what it is we spoke on last week?
I mean, feedback was great. A couple of the team members, reached out to me, and I know they would have shared it as well with some of their team members. For those who weren't able to make it on the live itself, and that's why
Yeah.
we have YouTube so that you could always click replay. So go right ahead and share with a friend or family member who wasn't able to make it onto the live. Right, and of course, being involved in the industry and network marketing, personal growth and development is the cornerstone of success.
Yeah.
We are fully aware of that, and that's why we take our pride and so much time to pour into developing the right mindset, becoming the right person. And the information that you would have been sharing with us within the last couple of months, within the last couple of years, has
Yeah.
assisted not just me personally, but many persons inside of our community as well. So,
Mm.
always looking forward to hearing from you in terms of the new developments with regard to the
Yeah.
concept
Yeah.
sciences that we have been learning so far. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. But again, that is really excited. I know part of the team is coming on Saturday.
Yeah.
I know folks are really, really excited. We closed off registration already because we have probably 100 close to 150 people up in the joint already.
Yeah.
So that is going to be amazing. All right, so let's jump into it, and I'll just be making some statements, and we'll just discuss these statements as I move forward tonight. Those of you who are on, you could just share your comment, all right, your contribution. We're going to be looking at it on the live day on the chat, and
Yeah.
probably I'll be sharing it. Probably you can also text and see where you're from. I see Mark is on. Good to have you on. Also, Mark, what country you're coming from. All right. So the first one I'm going to talk about is um, poverty. Is not necessarily a function of what you have or don't have. All right, in your pocket, which literally means poverty is not necessarily a function of what you have in your pocket, what you have in your purse, what you have in the bank. All
Yeah.
right, it has a lot to do with your mindset. Okay, so the shifting of your mindset, the developing of your mindset is critical when it comes to prosperity, when it comes to wealth, because poverty is a mindset. The Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart or mind, so is he. All right, so the main cause of poverty is a function of the mind.
Yeah.
Okay, and when we talk about the function of the mind, then are you willing to do what is necessary to change your belief system? All right, your thought patterns, your thinking. Are you really willing to do what it takes to change that? Because most of your hindrance going forward is going to be basically your mindset, your
Yeah.
thinking. Okay, so the main cause of poverty is a function of your mind. All right, so as I make a statement, Kishon, I want to ask you why it is the main cause of poverty is a function of the mind. Why is that?
Um, well, from where we sit, from where we stand, we tell persons, if you want to, know what's in your mind, you look at what's in your pocket with regard to money. It's a mirror. So,
Right. Okay.
I
Uh,
will start there, and I think acceptance is the first step because many persons um, find it hard to come to terms with the fact that the concepts that they were taught at home is not in congruency with wealth. And
okay.
what that really means is the concept
Mhm.
from home is really in synchronicity with poverty. And that's
Right.
difficult to digest. And
Mhm.
if you want to know what's in your mind, you take a look at what's in your pocket. You take a look at what's in your bank account with regard to money. And
Mhm.
if you're not seeing the type of money that you desire to live the lifestyle that you want, then you have to start by asking yourself, what do I know or what don't I know about money? Because obviously you know a couple of things, right? If you're here on planet Earth for the last 18
Yeah.
years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, 40 years, from the age of 2 to
Right.
22 to
Mhm.
32 to 42,
Okay.
right? You
Right.
would have you would have received conscious and subconscious information about money.
Yeah.
Uh, if you would like to know if that information is in congruency with wealth, then your bank account is a good place to give you, I would say, an indicator as
Right. Okay.
what is the concepts, the philosophies, the mindset, the attitude and the attributes that you have towards, as you would always say, making, multiplying, managing,
Mhm.
mastering money.
That's right.
And if you're not seeing those figures in the bank account, then we have to come to terms with the fact that the stored information that we receive from home is
Mhm.
not in congruency with wealth.
Okay. All right. But I want to play like devil's advocate on this one
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah, yeah.
All right. So what about a rich pocket with an empty mind?
Right.
All right.
Rich
So,
pockets, empty
yeah.
mind. I mean,
Mhm.
definitely you have that situation as well. And we tell persons if you stumble upon wealth or you inherited wealth, by
Yeah.
chance, in soon short time, we expect it to be gone
Okay,
because of
okay.
the fact that making money and keeping money is two different skill sets. And as we always say, there are many persons who stumble upon wealth. One might be, for example, the lottery.
Right,
They
okay.
over 75% of lottery winners in the first 5 years, they lose all the money, if not
Yeah,
most of it. And most times they end up in a worse situation than they were in prior to getting the money.
right.
And in today's world, you have the stats also prove, and this is something that blew my mind, right?
Mm-hmm.
They said over 75% of millionaires in today's world is first generation.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
First generation. What that means is 75% or over 75% of the people that we know today as millionaires, multimillionaires, or billionaires, they actually created that wealth. Because
Wow,
second generational wealth and third generational wealth, most times, just like the lottery, if the mind isn't developed, gone.
wow, wow. So the mindset is a critical component of the sustenance and the keeping of the wealth,
Correct.
right? And the reason why I threw that statement that you just now is that because it says that a rich pocket with an empty mind leads to destruction. Yeah, yeah. So you have a rich pocket or a rich bank account or rich, you have that. But then you
Yeah,
have an empty mind, it leads to destruction. All
yeah,
right. Now, the next point and statement I'm going to make is that um, it says that poverty is not a function of your country or your origin. What you think about that? Which means that poverty
definitely.
is not a function of your country or your origin or your community. Give me something on that.
Definitely. When you take a look at
Yeah,
all the poorest countries in the world, the truth is, like for example, take a look at the Caribbean, take a look
yeah,
at Africa, right? The third world nations. When you take a look at the resources, most times that they have,
yeah.
we could conclude that they are not a poor country. They have poor people because poor
Mm.
people is different from having a poor country. Because the country itself is rich most times in resources,
All right. Okay.
resources, but
Hmm.
they're deemed poor because the people are poor in the mind.
All right. But why it is as we gain on this because we having this discussion and folks, those of you who are on, you could make a comment, tag someone, text someone, let us know that the my name, my business, personal development in faith and finance with Kishon and Ian, we are on. So tag somebody, text somebody. All right. Now, and you touched something really, really important there because why it is a lot of those countries so much resources, but yet so much poverty.
Yeah,
But and also you find out people from the outside will come in, tap into the resources, pull it out, and yet leave the people who living in the resources so living in so much of poverty. Why you think it's that
mindset.
mindset? All right. It is. I think it is Bob Marley who said, "In the abundance of water, the fool is thirsty."
Correct.
Okay, so you have countries that are full of resources, but yet they are not able to see and seize the opportunity that is right before them. So it always takes someone from the outside coming in, all right, and being able to see and to seize the opportunities, the potential that people are sitting and living in.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes also when people are so close up and you grow up in that, and all that you are hearing is lack, deficiency, you don't have enough, there's no job. So those are the things that are being highlighted.
Yeah.
All right. But we always say that in the abundance of in the midst of those things, opportunity. All right. And this is something that we want to tell people also that even when you are facing so much adversity and dysfunctional situation around you, right in the midst of that, there's so much opportunity
There is.
because somebody will come from the outside and see and seize those opportunities.
Yeah.
Because I travel a lot and in different countries, I won't call the name of the country, all right, because probably somebody from the country is on, all right.
Yeah.
Uh, but um, the individuals who are living, people who are living there, they are complaining about um, inflation, they're complaining about the government and expensive. But yet you have foreigners coming in that country and pulling out gold, pulling out diamond, pulling out a lot of stuff
Yeah.
and setting up businesses. And yet the people who are living in the country, have to find some job to go and sustain. And
Yeah.
you see it, you see it happening, but the opportunities are right here. And I think when there's so much to me, when there's so much of poverty, when there's so much of lack, I also honestly believe, Kishon, that there's a lot of opportunities right in the midst there.
For sure.
All right. You remember that statement I always make? I say that opportunities comes in disguise,
Yeah.
but most time it goes unnoticed because it seemed like an unfair exchange.
Yeah.
All right. Let me say it again. I want to tell somebody that when you're listening, opportunities comes in disguise. So which means it comes when it comes, you wouldn't recognize it.
Yeah.
Okay. So most of the time, opportunities are in a place where that is dysfunction, in a place where there's poverty, where there's so much lack, and the people can't see their way. But right in the midst of that, there's so much poverty. You remember that situation I shared with you all concerning, and I think we did it when we did the whole mindset structure we talk about, where the person who the I think I shared last week. I can't remember if I shared last week, but let me just share it again. Where these folks from England went into Africa
Hmm.
and they saw the woman and they went into a village and the guy saw the rock.
Yeah.
Right. All right. And the woman was taking a stone to burst nuts,
Yeah.
cracking nuts with a stone. So when the guy saw it, he looked at it, he said, there's something different about this. All right. And he said, he offered, he said, give me this stone and I'm going to build a couple houses for you. I think it was probably about 5 houses.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity because she just see it as a stone. Okay, he took the stone, take it back into England, all right, created a lab, and the stone was diamond worth billions.
Yeah.
You understand? But yet this woman was taking this stone and cracking nuts with it. And that is what happened in terms of mindset because she don't know.
Correct.
Right? She had all this stuff. She had $1 billion worth of value in her hands, but she didn't know the value of what she had. So
Exactly.
she was taking it and cracking nuts, cracking nuts. But it took somebody who came and recognized the value in something that she did not see the value in. Okay. And she accepted less than nothing because to the man building a couple houses for you is nothing.
Yeah.
But when you take it back, take it to the lab, it worth billions. All right. Talk about poverty and when we talk about wealth and opportunities, it's just like that.
Yeah.
So that there are people who are sitting on opportunities, living in opportunities is right in front of them, but they cannot recognize it. Hear the statement again. Hear it, and I'm going to say it, just repeat it one more time. All right. Opportunities comes in disguise, but most time it goes unnoticed because it seems like an unfair exchange.
Yeah.
All right. So what we want to do, even cause people to all right, because sometimes your mindset creates a block, which means your perception, how you view things, is as a result of how your mind is structured.
Correct.
Okay, so it alters your perception. So even like the woman, that the value of that rock that she was that it was diamond, but she didn't know the value of it. She didn't know the value of it. All right. So that's what we are saying. So poverty is not a function of your country or your origin. All right. Every country has rich and poor,
Yeah.
rich and poor in every country. Okay. Poverty is not just a function of a poor economy or a bad politician. What do you think about that? Because a lot of us and most of these countries, Kishon, they blame the downfall of the country, the poverty. They blame it on the government. They blame it on the economy. They blame it on a lot of things.
Yeah.
All right. But what we are showing you here is that it's not just a function of poor economy or bad politicians, because you will always have that.
Correct.
You could change leaders, put different leaders, you will always have that. All right. It's a matter of the mind. So before you give a poor money, you talk about that, you give them what? Knowledge.
Information, knowledge. Yeah.
Knowledge. You give them knowledge. All right. I know. I mean, we also mentioned about um, the charity you're giving people, which is good. We say don't, I mean, never say that don't give, but if you give knowledge, if you change people's mindset, you'll really really help them. All
Yeah.
right, transform their life and transform the next generation. In fact, the Bible says when you get knowledge, get understanding. He didn't say
Correct.
when you didn't get money, get all that stuff. It's good. It's good to really to plug in this thing. All right. All right. So let me run some. I will share some more things again here. All
Sure.
right. In terms of that, I'm just sharing some nuggets. So those of you who want again, make a contribution. Let me see what folks are saying. All
Mhm.
right. Let me pull up some of this stuff. All right. Wonderful. All right. Now, uh, hard work alone is not will not make you rich.
Correct.
What do you think about that?
It's a concept I myself had to, come to terms with when I was now introduced to,
Uh,
financial literacy.
yeah.
Because small growing up, most of us actually were taught that hard work leads to success, and it's far from true. if if that statement was true, then the slaves that built the economy would have had the money today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The thing is that no workers are, because it's something that, and folks, those of your own could really, you could share comments on this, because when you look at social media, you look at the those guys who do motivational speaking, they will tell you, work hard. Now we are not defeating that. We're not saying don't work hard,
Yeah.
but working smart is more useful than working hard.
Correct.
So you're working hard, but you want to work smart. All right, you want to work smart. Okay. Then you need to build, one of the things also in the whole process, you need to build relationships. Okay.
For
How
sure.
how important building relationship is going forward when it comes to wealth is Kishon.
Very, very pivotal. I was
Mhm.
taught that everything you desire is in the hands of strangers, because if the people that you know, love, like, and trust had what
Mhm.
you were looking for, because they love you, they would have given you that already.
Okay. All right. No,
Right.
no, folks, we are just sharing some nuggets with you tonight as we just have these discussions on the whole poverty prosperity mindset. All right, we're just sharing some of these points with you all. Um, One of the aspects I honestly believe in terms of building relationships and building that kind of work, your connection with people, because I also believe that probably your next level is your connection to somebody who is on
Yeah.
that level. Okay. Um, and sometimes you may not really appeal to what somebody is doing, but you have to be able to manage relationship,
For
because
sure.
there are some doors and there are some levels you will not get in unless you know somebody here. Somebody, one of the teachings I always say, Kishore, doors and levels, okay, and dimensions opens on the inside, not from the outside.
I
And
remember
some,
you sharing that with me.
yeah, this is important. All right, I want you to hear this, and this has to do with relationship connection. All right, we will just elaborate on this a little bit, which means now you have to know somebody on the inside, because doors on levels are opened on the inside, not from the outside.
Yeah.
So somebody on the inside have to open that door and invite you in.
Correct.
All right. This is why when you look at the life of Joseph is a real powerful character. All right.
Hmm.
Joseph, every area that Joseph went to, from the pit into Potiphar's house, is as a result of a relationship. Somebody who he has somebody there. had to open doors for him. But Mr. Potiphar saw him, bam, he brought him in. He saw his skills, bam, he elevated him, he promoted him. He went into prison. The prisoner, the head of the prisoner, saw his conduct, how he did things. Bam, he started favor. Somebody always do that.
Correct.
Then he interpreted the dream for the butler stuff, and then the butler get promoted. The butler remember him when Pharaoh had the dream. Pharaoh sent for him, somebody. So you need people, you need relationship. Joseph will not get where he functioned at that place without the relationship and the people that he met in those areas. So
Correct.
when you're going forward, all right, know that relationship with people, all right, at different levels, all right, who do you know at that level.
That's the steps.
They want to get somebody in some school, but they actually, who do you know in that school? Who do you know in this school? Who do you know? Relationship. All right. So you need to build relationship. You need to build, because you never know in what season somebody's whole life will change, because that person you treated bad in this season, next season, that person could be the president.
Correct.
That person could be the one sitting at the table to open or close the door for you in the next season. So let's manage relationship in going forward. All right. Also, you have to be consistent in what you do. Consistency.
Yeah.
All right. Consistency breeds results. Okay. Staying consistent with your patterns, staying consistent with a system, staying consistent with the things that you learn, staying consistent, because, and sometimes it's difficult to, in the sense of when you're not seeing the results that you want to see in the natural.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a tendency of wanting to give up.
Correct.
All right. All these are little nuggets that is needed. So as long as you create that structure, all right, and you build it, give it time to birth, give it time. It's like a seed, Keyshawn, that you plant in the ground.
Yeah.
All right. It has to go through a process. And it's the same thing with when you begin to pursue, when you begin to start anything. Allow it to go through the process, because the two things, listen to this, you're working on it and it's working on you. All right. You are working on it, but it is working on you.
Mm-hmm.
Work on it. It is ready, but you're not ready. I hope folks get it. So the thing that you're working on, the thing that you're going through, you're working on it, but it is also working on you.
Exactly.
See, because there's a growth process that you have to reach to also to step into that place. All right.
Yeah.
So consistency is important. Then you have to also, we talk about you have to sacrifice today to reap a harvest you desire tomorrow.
Yep.
All right. You sacrifice today. You work today, or play tomorrow, play today, or work tomorrow. You choose. You have to choose. You have to choose. All right.
Correct.
Because if you play today, trust me, you have to work hard tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If you work hard today, you can play tomorrow.
Yeah.
But so you have to choose and see which is you want to do. You sacrifice today, you reap the harvest tomorrow. All right. You have to make that's the sacrifice today to reap the harvest you desire tomorrow. All right. The next nugget I want to throw out also is seek for opportunities to invest, right? Because we're talking about not just the aspect of poverty, but now having that prosperity mindset.
Yeah.
Because prosperous people, wealthy people think a certain way. All right, they didn't get there like get up in the morning. It took time. It took time. It took falling and failing. In fact, Keyshawn, there are groups of millionaires who to hang in that group, you have to hang in that group. Give me a second there. To hang in that, you have to fail a couple of times. You have to go bankruptcy a couple of times.
Correct. Many people don't know that. Yeah, people think it's about success, but they don't understand that the very height of success, they ask how many times have you failed?
Wow. Wow. How many
Yeah,
times have you failed? All right.
correct.
Are you you know the see us that is something to look at. You see, you see a lot of individuals sometimes they look at the success, they look at the glamour, they look at the glitter.
Hmm.
All right. They look at the glamour, they look at the glitter, and they gravitate towards that. But remember, there's a price, there's a sacrifice. When you sit down and you talk to a millionaire, you talk to a wealthy person, they will tell you exactly how much time they fail. In fact, they will tell you about being a millionaire about three, four times. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Facts.
No, I'm telling you, being a millionaire about three, four times, and yet they jump back in the game.
Yeah.
All right, because there's a feeling aspect of things. All right, but it's not just your feeling, but what did you learn? All right. So then the next point is seek opportunities to invest.
Hmm.
Seek opportunities to invest. So it's one thing to save, it's one thing to build that money because remember, you know the concept, and I know this we getting into your playing ground, you know. All right. Putting money in the bank, putting money in the bank alone is not going to make it. All right. What where are you investing? What are you doing? So
Yeah.
seeking opportunities to invest. Let's talk about that a little bit, Kishon. A
Yeah,
little bit.
definitely. I
Mm.
mean, in my opinion, today the basic is following the money actually, right? So and that's like following good soil.
Oh,
And
okay. Yeah.
yeah, when you look at where money is today, money has been obviously redirected from where it was yesterday. And
Mm.
the truth is, 92% of all the money that the bank creates is online. Most persons aren't aware of this. So here it is, the average man is saying, I want more money, I would like to invest. And then when you take time to understand where the most money is on planet Earth, you could Google it right now. You're going to see that 92% of all the money in the world is online. Only 8% of all the money that is in cash or coin is it's only 8%. I think Apostle just uh his internet probably just
Right
all right
there.
back there. Cool. Good, good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just highlighting the fact that when we look at opportunities today and you look where money really is, 92% of all the money in the world is online. Only 8% of all the money in the world is cash and coin. Um Unfortunately, that might be a travesty for the average man who living in yesterday. But that is the fact of today's world. Right? I was taking a look at the top assets in the world,
Yeah.
and what I did is I looked at the asset class that was what we call soft and hard. Seven,
Right.
seven out of the top 10 assets in the world was what we call softwares or
Mm.
software-based companies or online companies like
Okay.
Apple, Microsoft. Uh,
Mm.
we have Google, we have Facebook, we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin is actually up there as well. So when
Okay.
you start
Yeah.
taking a look at where all the money is located in today's world, it's online. When you start taking a look at the top assets of today's world, it's online assets. So then obviously if you're gonna be, invested in the future, because of course investment means you're sacrificing today for tomorrow. But if
Right.
they most of the money is already online. Imagine trying to get a return tomorrow
Mm. Wow. Wow. Wow.
because today's world 92% is already online. And here it is,
Right.
you want to invest for your children, as you would say. Then it's clear. It's a clear indicator where your focus should go based on where money is right now.
Mm. No, that's a bigger key shot because I mean the next statement I'm going to make is that you lose when you leave your money dormant in the bank, all right, in the name of saving.
Correct. Inflation. I just did a video on that actually.
Okay, okay. Wow, wow, wow,
I
wow.
saw a
Yeah.
news article from CNC3 that said in Trinidad and Tobago's economy, inflation was 0.9%. And the
Mm.
video that I did was asking, do you believe that? Like, do you believe the inflation rate was only 0.9%? You know,
Wow.
uh,
Wow.
But the truth is, whether you believe it's 0.9 or 90%, at the end
Yeah.
of the day, you need to have a mechanism to beat inflation, because inflation sucks and erodes value out of everybody paper dollar every single day. Whether we know it, whether we like it, it's a fact.
No, that's. I mean, and these and Kishon, these are the kind of discussion and the information I think that as entrepreneurs, and we need to keep abreast with, and people need to be up to date with these things. All right,
Correct.
because there's a shift in a global shift when it comes to finance, when it comes to investment, and we need to be abreast with these things. All right, and
That's
not just getting information from any and anywhere. All right, but do the research, do your homework, because when you step in and you put investment, because there are a lot of investment opportunities out there. All right, so leaving your money dormant in the bank in a saving in the name of savings. All right, you got to check that out. All right, and then the next point is that stay aware of the vast opportunities that
yeah,
surround you on a daily basis by seeking knowledge. All
correct.
right, you see how important knowledge is. All right, I think, and for those of you who are on, and probably those of you who will listen this after, all right, I think is really is ignorant. I want to say, I use that word. Um, in the time that we're living in, not to really do your homework
Mhm.
in terms of investment, in terms of opportunities, in terms of what is happening around you. All
Yeah,
right, because as the Bible says, the rich is getting richer,
yeah.
the poor is getting poor.
Facts.
All right, the rich is getting richer and the poor is getting poor. Why is that? All right, why things when we look around, you see, and yes, and in spite of everything that's happening, I mean, buildings are going up, things are happening, things are
Yeah,
moving. All right, listen to me. I'm really, let me just plug this again. I'm really excited about Saturday, Kishore. I mean,
sure.
the discussion is going to be on a totally different level. All right,
Explosion.
just yeah. I'm just kind of like, I'm just buying time, but Saturday is going to be a game changer. All right, as you know, as we have business people coming in, we have entrepreneurs coming in, people with gift, people who, I mean, with business, and it's not moving. We
Yeah,
want to discuss some real important point on Saturday, in moving from gift to dominion, because there are many folks who call themselves kingdom people and kingdom this and Christians, but when you look at from a biblical perspective, Jesus spoke more about money and wealth than any topic in the Bible.
yeah,
All right, and he did a lot of stuff, Kishore. Let me tell you this: he did most of his stuff. He did it in the marketplace,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
not in the church. I mean, don't miss Saturday. I trust what I'm saying. In the marketplace. Yeah, in the marketplace. All right. Why it is, and we just touching this because we're having this discussion.
Yeah.
Why it is the Bible says he who was rich became poor so we can be rich.
Mhm.
You hear that statement, Kishan? Yeah, that is scripture. He who was rich became poor so that we can be rich.
Yeah.
All right. And the question is, are we rich? Why we are rich?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're telling me that he who became poor so we can be rich, he became poor in vain? No, no, no. There's some, and these are discussions, and we're coming up with solutions. We're not just having discussion on Saturday,
Yeah.
right? Because we're going to discuss the marketplace.
Correct.
We're really going to discuss that, where your position, all right? Why it is you are gifted, all right, and you're not having dominion. You're
Yeah.
not dominating your field. You're not. Okay, so it's some serious discussion that we're gonna talk on Saturday, and then we're gonna have I'm gonna introduce people to a system that we built to
Mhm.
move you from gift to dominion. All right, and give people the opportunity to be part of that. Is really really a game changer, Kishon. I
Yeah.
know you have to go just now.
Yeah.
I know you have to go just now. So, folks, those of you who are on, I hope that really, really this discussion tonight, because somebody say, Brian said, because inflation eats away the money stored in the bank. in which the bank makes money on your money and gives dividends to its shareholders and investors. Kishola Fala with you up, right?
So,
That was a team member.
yeah, he's a part of the team.
There's no team players when they talk. What is this? Joseph, how do you come out of bankruptcy? Come Saturday, Joseph, come through Saturday, we'll discuss that.
Yeah.
How you come out of bankruptcy, and also you'll have opportunities, so you can be part of the opportunities to take you out of these things.
Mm-hmm.
All right. There are a lot of things that folks have. Everybody has a gift, you know? All right.
Right.
Everybody has a gift, but the folks are not developing what they have. All right. Let me just run a few points again before we bring it in, Kishon.
Sure.
So the last thing I said, stay aware of the opportunities, all right, that surround you daily, all right, and seek knowledge. Seek knowledge. The Bible says when you get in, you will hear me say these things a lot. When you get in, he said, don't get money, don't get husband, don't get wife, get knowledge. I just plug that in there because somebody want those things. Where you say when you get in, when you get it, get knowledge. All
Correct.
right. Because wisdom is the principal thing. Wisdom is the principal thing. Okay. So it's important that you get that knowledge. All right. He says you need to have what? A compelling vision also. So
Mm-hmm.
how do you see yourself? What is the vision of your future? How do you see yourself? And Kishore, let me just plug that again there. That whole vision concept is critical because sometimes when you sit and talk to someone and you ask them basically, how do you see yourself?
Yeah.
People start to fumble, they start to stammer, they start to they stick and all kind of thing because majority of individuals that don't have a clear vision of their destiny, of their future.
Yeah.
Then if you have a clear vision, then any road will take you there. You don't know where you're going.
Correct.
No, just think about it. You really don't know where you're going. If when you have a clear vision, you're supposed to be no say, Keisha, listen to me, I'm going Maracas.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I know which road I'm passing to go Maracas. I know how to get there. Right. And this is what I'm saying. Do you have a vision of your future? Do you have a vision of the next 5 years, 10 years? All right. So one of the things I always tell folks, I said, the first thing I said, sit down and take some time. And you will hear me say this a lot, Kishon. Sit down and take some time and begin to write out how you see yourself in the next 10 years. We
Yeah.
do a decade, we do a half. All right. And Kishon, that's the biggest struggle for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Really? Because now you have to think, you have to use your mind, you have to use your imagination. Because most of the time, the individual is seeing it's impossible to get there.
Yeah.
They see more impossibilities and they see themselves as not being able to do it. But you have to push it because if you don't see it, it cannot happen. If you
Correct.
don't see yourself there, you cannot there. You have to go there before you get there.
Yeah.
All right. So you're taking that time. You need to have a compelling vision. A compelling vision is a clear vision. A compelling vision is a clear vision. So take some time and write. We're talking about wealth, and all these are concepts of how wealthy people think. All right.
Correct.
The next one is that you're working hard with just physical strength will land you in penury. When you're working hard with just physical strength, okay, because it takes more than physical strength to get in that place of wealth and prosperity. You have
Exactly.
to work that not just hard, you have to work smart. The one of the statement I made, Kishon, and you will remember some of these things. There are people who work like an elephant and eat like an ant. Yeah. You work like an elephant, you're working hard and hard, but then you eat like an ant. All right. So which means you're working hard, but you still don't have enough.
Yeah.
But you're tired, you're working. You have to work smart. Okay. You have to be a strategist. You have to have a clear vision. You have to sit down and structure. You have to set goals and take your time to get there. Okay. Because time is valuable. You don't want to waste time every minute, every second, every hour. All right. Sometimes we talk to people just talking one set of things that making sense. All
Yeah.
right. And begin to value your time with people come in your presence. People want to waste your time because when time is gone from you, don't get it back.
Correct.
All right. Everyone you are here, you are allotted. Let's say, for instance, you have 1,000 all right, I'm just calling a number. And remember every day, Keyshawn, time coming out of that. But you can't get it back. You
Correct.
can't get it back. All right. So every minute, every second, it must count.
Yeah.
Value your time. So if you're going to value your time, then you have to structure your day. Okay. No, they may call you names for that, but really, all right, when your phone ring, I mean, you're talking to people on the phone long, and is I heard Golan Amaran say about. He said this guy he called me, tell me about his grandmother, nephew, aunt get some scholarship. What that had to do with me?
Yeah.
What those things have to do with me? You understand? I mean, so value, folks, value your time, eh? And these are just points that which we be discussing here tonight. All right. So work hard. All right, not just physical strength. All right, but remember, you don't want to work like an elephant. You eat like an ant. You have to work smart. All right, and then the last one I want to touch on is your hard work should be done with your mind that is working smart.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So educate yourself. We always say it again. What books are you reading? What motivational stuff are you listening to? What courses are you taking? Are you willing to invest in yourself?
Yeah.
Are you willing to really invest in take a course on 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 mindset, take a course on finance, just take a course on, just take a course. You have a gift in a particular area, but how are you educating yourself in that area? Okay. So the concept we're dealing with is gift, skill, perfection, mastery, dominion.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You don't want just gifted and not skillful. And you don't want just to be skillful and not perfect your skills. Because there is always somebody who will come as a master. All right.
Correct.
So folks, those of you on tonight, we wanna call it a night. So probably text your takeaway, share your takeaway. I know we just have a little discussion tonight. Kishon, really amazing to always have you on, as
Same here.
always.
Great to learn.
Yeah, it's always a blessing. It's always a blessing to have you on. Looking forward again for Saturday. So, folks,
Yeah.
if you're in the area, registration is closed. So if you show up, you just get information. You will get a breakfast and anything. But you could
Yeah, I'm like,
you get the information. All right, but trust me, it's going to be really really amazing. We're going to be in the Bonnet Community Center that is in Aruka, in the east. All right. So check us out. All right. Awesome. How are you going, Sassy? Awesome is on.
yeah.
All right. All right. Good to have you, Ryan. All right. So, folks, blessings again. Kishon, all the best, and see you
Yes, sir.
soon.
Have a good one.
All right.
Blessings.
I see you all on Saturday. All right. Business breakfast meeting on
Oh,
Saturday.
I'll be
Amazing.
there.
All right. Wonderful, Kishon.
That's
Stay
it.
blessed. Yeah.